So it's story time. I'm going to tell you one of the funny stories of something that happened in my life. This is about the last relationship I was in. We've since broken up, but we're still pretty good friends. We try to keep in contact and talk every so often. She's dating someone else now, so I'm not going to use her name, just for privacy concerns. And it's kind of relevant now too because Luigi's Mansion is supposed to come out for the Switch later on this year. And this all started because of Luigi's Mansion, or specifically Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon for the 3DS. So this was early on in our relationship. We had just kind of started seeing each other. I knew she was into games. This is kind of how we met and how we started talking. We had a similar interest. And so there was a time where we were supposed to meet up with some friends for lunch. And so we left in separate cars, and Luigi's Mansion 2 had just come out. I really wanted to pick it up. But being a responsible person, I decided to pick it up after lunch because, I wasn't going to play it during lunch. And it's okay if I wait for it. So I get to the restaurant and I meet with our mutual friends. We're all still just kind of waiting around. And so my girlfriend's late and then becomes increasingly late. And I'm confused because we left at the same time. Maybe something happened to her. Lo and behold, she waltzes in 15, 20 minutes late. And I'm like, what happened? And she kind of leans in away from our friends and says, I went to go pick up Luigi's Mansion. And I was upset, partially because she made everybody wait, but more so because she had done what I wanted to do. And so that opened up a discussion about Luigi's Mansion and the original one on GameCube. She never owned a GameCube, so she had never played it. So I invited her over to play the original one. So she comes over to my house one day, and I have everything set up. The original Wii was backwards compatible, and it made the GameCube games look sharper and crisper. So I pull out the game and she's fascinated by the GameCube optical discs. If you're familiar with a GameCube, you'll know they came on these mini-sized 3.1-inch mini-sized discs. I mean, they look tiny when you put them next to a regular CD or DVD. So she's gushing over the discs. They're cute and adorable, just like the GameCube, and having never owned one, she's reacting like most people do when they see the GameCube. And so I go to put the game in, and remember I'm using a regular Wii for its backward compatibility, but the disc slot is normal sized. So she becomes concerned and a little bit nervous. Are you sure you can put that in there? And me being the smooth talker that I am, I got up close to her and whispered in her ear, don't worry, baby. I'll show you where to stick it. And without skipping a beat, she looked me straight in the eye with this kind of condescending look in her face and said, oh, you mean your little GameCube disc? Oh man, it's still one of the funniest interactions I've ever had. People always get a kick out of that story, and I love telling it to people who would kind of get the gaming reference. So I hope you got a laugh out of it. She kind of gets embarrassed when I bring it up, so I try to do it as much as possible. We actually just had lunch earlier today, so I told her I was going to record this story and post it on the internet, to which she replied, oh god. That didn't sound like a no to me, so I think I'm good. But anyways, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.